Good evening, my name is John, and this is the Homestead Diary. It is Thursday, and Thursday is the lull in the weather, so to speak. Interesting how the forecasters made it sound like, oh, it's not going to be so bad, there's not going to be so much snow. And then there was, and they were updating their forecast by the hour as the snow was falling. You'd think professionals would be better at their jobs than that. Or maybe there's another reason, more nefarious. Anyway, we're not going to go down that rabbit hole for right now. We just happen to be in that day when it's getting above freezing significantly, and it was nice. It was nice going outside and not being super bundled up. Most of the snow melted off, but the double dip is about to happen. And so the second series of storms are coming through, and it's going to get cold again. And hey, it's still been very, educational, finding our shortcomings and figuring out how to prepare for them. There are a lot of opportunities in this part of the country where it doesn't really get that cold that often to see where your shortfalls are. And so we're definitely making progress in that matter. Wood stove is keeping everything toasty hot, so we're using very little propane. And yeah, things are good in that regard. On another note, it is also the season of illness, and people get colds, people get flus, people get stomach bugs. It's just kind of that thing that goes around. And so, the kids take turns getting sick. And fortunately, none of the adults are sick, but the kids take longer than we would hope for them to get better. It's always hard seeing the really young ones in particular who are still learning how to talk and express exactly how they feel. And then they get sick all of a sudden. And then they have a hard time communicating when they're going to get sick the next time. But they're also learning. And so even the youngest, Gideon, who's 3, just turned 3 in December, he is learning to communicate how he feels. So it's a good opportunity, a learning experience for him. And we're keeping everyone well hydrated. And so I see some difficulties, but nothing serious. Yeah, not exactly smooth sailing, but hey, what's life if it's not interesting? And it's education for us for another time. And so, what else is going on? I don't know. Just kind of in a holding pattern. At this point, we were talking about going and doing some purchases of building materials and whatnot. But if one person in the family is down, then it takes 2 to, keep them up, so to speak. And so it is a bit more taxing, and I don't see any road trips in the near future just because of that, even though there are things that we would like to do. Well, yeah, that and the winter storms that are coming through. So it's a good excuse to hunker down and do a little bit less, be not necessarily resting, so to speak, because we're still up and going and moving and doing things, but it's not quite the pace that we were at. And that's okay for a little while. But as you can see, there's still a project going on here. I don't know if I mentioned, but foam boards right there. Stack of foam boards, 2 inches thick. Those are going all around the concrete. Excuse me. And so that'll give us our 10 around the foundation, which will be good. Probably do that same sort of thing inside the central area, which is where we house our water utilities and all that sort of stuff. Just because it'd be kind of cool to have R35 in the walls. And so definitely a bit more to keep things from possibly freezing and, of course, cooler in the summertime. And so that's pretty much where we're at. Just a short update. Hope y'all are doing well, and we hope y'all have a blessed night.